If you're still running Facebook ads the same way you guys did 2 years ago, you are wasting money without even realizing it, okay? The way Meta's ad system is working in 2025 is now completely different. So in this video, I'll be showing you guys exactly how to set up a Meta campaign for your clinic. Any questions, guys, let me know in the comments, but let's get straight into the video. All right, guys, let's get straight into the video, okay? Again, this is a dummy account here. But first thing you guys want to do is you guys want to log into Ads Manager. Facebook, none of these boosting posts. If you're a clinic, please never boost a post ever again. Apple takes 30% when you boost a post. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is come into your Ads Manager and you're going to press Create Campaign. Okay, first thing in here, what I do here, honestly keep everything auction and then press leads. Okay, I've seen some clinics where they'll do like engagement or awareness, like optimize for what you're going for. If you're going for leads, go for leads. Okay, none of this engagement, none of this traffic, none of this awareness. We want leads. Okay, now press continue, and then you're going to be taken to your campaign level. Okay, there's a lot of things here which we'll cover, but basically you can name your campaign whatever you want. We recommend naming it the day we start, so let's say the 14th, or whatever the day. Let's say the day is the 21st or the 10th, 25. New creative test. And then A&A. That's an example of a campaign you can have. Okay. Now, daily budget. Okay, this is a very important thing. There is multiple ways you can go about this. The way I recommend it, the way I've been doing it for all my clients, is a CBO, which is campaign budget optimization. What that means is that we give all the budget to the campaign, and Meta will decide which is the winning ad or not. Now you can do ABO, which is ad set budget optimization. You can do CBO. I prefer to do CBO and just let Meta show me what's working. Okay, so what that means is, again, Meta's got a budget. Let's say it was $100 a day. So I'll say to Meta, right, put this onto any of the ads, and whichever ad it is scaling, it means that's the winner. Okay, based on metrics, Meta knows which ad is going to scale. So CBO, again, if you have like 10 ads, we'll give 1 or 2 ads the majority of the spend because it knows that that ad is the best performing one. Okay, and then basically if you get a new ad and it starts to overperform, it's going to basically take over and get the spend. So the way you determine winning ads is by which ad is getting the most spend. Okay. Now again, there's some controversial to that because sometimes it could be scaling the wrong ad, but that's when you pause that ad and let the other ones get the spend. Okay, but that's basically the process. In regards to ad spend, we recommend $100 a day minimum. Okay, if you guys are looking to scale, you guys looking to get 7 figures a month, 6 7 figures a month, you guys aren't going to get there off like a $20 a day budget. You guys need to be spending a lot more, and then start to scale up the ad spend when you start to see results. Okay, so that's like a minimum budget we like to recommend. Now that is the campaign level. For your ad set level, okay, which we go to here now, we're at the ad set level. Move this down here. What you guys want to do here is basically name this your angle. So I want a whole, we name it, for example, the date it was made. So let's say 21st of the 10th, 25. The angle we're going to run, so it could be like a, the way I do it is basically one campaign, one ad set, and I just flood everything with creatives. Okay, well, that's what we do in our company. So let's say I will do creative test, and then again, well, up here you'd put the objective as well. So it could be top of funnel, and then the lead form if you're doing a lead form. I want to do landing page. That way you can see all of your actual campaign. So the objective, top of funnel, and the landing page. Okay, and the objective, which is going to be leads. That's how I structure my campaign. Again, I know it's all systemized, but just staying off the top of my head. And then I'll do date, creative test. Okay, and then basically your ads now. So I shall go back to the ad set level. What you guys want to do conversions here, I don't recommend doing multiple. I recommend one. And you can either do website or instant forms. Okay, now this is going to be very, very important in the decision you make. Okay, website, you're going to get much higher quality. So this is where we do a funnel, but you're going to get a much higher quality lead. Okay, but it's going to cost a lot more. Okay, why? Because they're clicking on the website, they're filling in the information. Okay, it's going to cost a lot more. The lights just went off. Keep it dark anyway. That was part of the video. Anyway, yeah. So the website is going to be a higher quality lead. Okay, but it's going to cost you more. So you got to think, what do I want? Do I want 10 leads a day with an instant form on Facebook, which is basically, I'll show you guys what an instant form is. So if I do instant form, you scroll down, I'll show you in the ad set level what it's going to look like, but there will be a, let's see if I can show you. Okay, I'm going to show you the actual thing. We'll get to that in a second, but again, you choose your Facebook page here. You accept the mandatory terms, but basically an instant form is a form you fill out on Facebook, and then a website is basically the one you got on website. I prefer to do landing page leads because A, it's much more high quality, but honestly both work. Again, thumbs up there, I didn't know that was a thing. Honestly, test both. I recommend, if you haven't got anything at the moment, do instant forms. If you're getting too low quality leads, go into a more qualified lead form, and if it's still not working, go into a website. I just prefer the website because we do a funnel where we can explain our offer in more detail. So when they see an ad, they can click on it, they see exactly what they're getting in the offer. So it depends on what you guys are doing. Again, I'll probably do website. Okay, if you do a website, you're gonna need to create a data set, which is basically like it's another word for the pixel. What a pixel is the way I like to explain a pixel is, think of like a computer, and you've got the chip. Okay, like you've got a computer and then the chip for the computer. The chip for the computer is what basically gives the computer all the data. So what that chip is for this example is your pixel. Your pixel basically gives Facebook and your ad campaign all the data it needs. So if someone sees your website, that chip collects it, or that pixel collects it, and it shows it to all your audience in your Facebook campaign. So that is very, very important. You guys need to ensure your pixel is set up properly. If you guys don't know how to set that up, you can press create data set. It takes about 2 seconds. Let's see if we can actually set it up now. You might be able to set it up. You can name your pixel, so it can be, I normally do the day it was made and then my company. Again, I'm an agency, so that's why, but it's an example. Set new pixel. All right, create pixel, and then you'll basically have to set up a few integrations. So add your website. I already have this set up, but like, I'll give you guys another tip actually. I'll give you guys another tip. If you guys get this tool, if you guys get this tool called Meta Pixel Helper, you can basically see someone's got a pixel on their website, or if you have it on your website as well. So you can actually set this up. This is basically, you can do this from a Chrome extension, call it the Meta Pixel Helper, top that up and get that set up. Okay, you can basically see your pixel on there. Okay, but we already have a pixel installed, so that is something that you are going to want to set up. Get that set up, and it'll take about 2 to 5 minutes, and that's done. And once it's set up, put that there. It'll say no conversion, but you basically want to select a conversion, ensure it's set up properly, and then do lead. Okay, so make sure that's set up. This is again for a website. If it was lead form, it would be different. All right. Audience, this is where you're going to put in your audience's, basically your audience's location. So let's say this is location targeting, which you can do. So if you're a clinic, you want to do this. So let's say my address was, I don't know, put your address in here. Let's say, what's an example? Let's say Sydney, that's where I'm from. So let's say I want to do all of Sydney. Basically, you'd be able to, see if it comes up. Yep, so this is like your radius. You can do radius targeting. Now, the smaller you go, the less your audience is. So you don't want to go too small, because otherwise, if you do like 5, if you say I want to do 5 kilometers, you'll see on here on this side how small this goes. So let's say I do 5 kilometers. You'll see here it's still broad. It's only that's actually not too bad to be 17. That's why. But if I do like 17 is the lowest you can do. I recommend 30. Okay, that's in the city. But if you do like a specific location, like as in like, for example, if I did just Chroma, alright, it'd be like 2 kilometers and you'd be like 5,000 people. Your frequency would be too high and your cost per lead would be way too high. So you always recommend at least 30 to 40 for clinics. It's just the best results we see. So 30 to 40 kilometers is basically what you want to do in the ad set level. Alright. Now, again, it said you saw here which people are more likely to respond to your ads. You can keep this on or you can turn it off. I normally just turn this off. I don't really like that on, to be honest. Because again, it's for clinics, it's not for like investors or anything like that. It's for clinics, it's for people who ever saw back. So I don't recommend putting that on. All right, everything else, keep broad. Don't need to change anything else. Again, guys, it's very, very simple. And then basically into the ad now. So we had the campaign, the ad set, and then the ads. This is where we launch all the ads. So here, you want to put in what we name it. The name's actually very important, because when you start to run a lot of ads, you need to be able to see data based on which ads are working without even pressing on the ad. So I would recommend doing the date, the angle you're doing. So for example, a TikTok response angle, if that's the ad test I want to run, and then either the visual or written hook. Okay, I've got videos about explaining how to test something. We normally test a visual or written hook. So visual or written hook. And let's say the written hook in the ad was, here are 3 mistakes you are making with your skin or your back if you're a chiropractor or a physio, whatever the written hook actually is, right? Then you're going to put your Facebook page, your Instagram page, make sure that they're connected in your business portfolio. This is an example for one of our clients. And then basically you are going to set up the ad. So you're going to do manual upload if you're doing a single image or video. And then basically here is where you'd create the ad. So create ad, and then this should be able to, it's up here, okay? Display link, so if you are doing a landing page or a website, you basically put in your HTTP. So let's say I take my business as an example. Let's say I go back to Facebook and I'll put it in, display link, again, keep it exactly the same. I'll normally turn browser add-ons off, you don't want that on, and then set up the ad creative. So normally you guys want to be doing a video ad. Okay, videos and images doesn't make a difference, but let's say press videos, you're going to go here, don't worry too much about this, I'll normally keep this off. Media, you guys are going to set up your media, and then text. So if let's say I press a random, let's say, I'll do an image, let's say I just take an image, set up image, let's take an image as an example. Here, take this random photo. For the selecting your media placement, I'll do original, so I don't take anything off. Text, here's where you do your copy. So your headline, I'll show you this in a second, but this is headline, primary text, and a description, which is, I normally just do, honestly, my description is normally just 5 stars. And then my call to action is always book now, right? Now, this is where you need a good copywriter, because if you have good copy and someone clicks on this, you can get your cost per click in half. You can halve your cost per click, and then basically double, or half your cost per click, you get half the cost to acquire a lead, and then you basically double your revenue. Okay, so copy is very important. I only keep all those on. I don't really change them off, to be honest. But again, this is your headline. This is your primary text. So headline is very important. You're going to be curiosity in this headline. And primary text, you can do short or long and just test basically what works best and resonates with your audience. A/B test. Okay, we do the testing in the ad account. You need an A/B test on here. Conversion events, tracking, you want to ensure that your website events and your pixel is set up. If you have a CRM, put the CRM in place. And then that's basically it, guys. If you guys want to basically do a written hook test, so let's say I was doing one angle with 3 different written hooks, I'd go up here, I'd quickly duplicate. Right, and I change this written hook to, let's say one of the first ad was here, 3 mistakes you're making with the skin. I change it to these 3 skin mistakes will shock you. And then I'll keep everything part of the ad the same, and then I change this to the video where it says that in the actual ad, and then keep the rest of the body the same. So that's basically how we test ads and how we basically set up a campaign. All right, so any questions, guys, let me know in the comments. I hope this video was valuable, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, thanks, guys.